What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the market update for December 2023. We're going to be taking a look at the data from last month, November, and the few months before that, try to put together some trends and try to anticipate where things are going to be going in 2024. So let's dive right in. The average sale price in November was $391,777. You can see that it's kind of wavered in here, right in this range between about $375,000 and $410,000. So things kind of leveled off here after this 3-year boom that the pandemic kind of spurred. You know, we had people, a lot of people having to stay home. We had people working from home. We had kids home from school. And so people realized real quickly that their housing space wasn't big enough to handle that kind of load. And so we had a lot of people move over the last 3 years, a lot of activity, and things have really leveled off since then, as we'll see going forward. If you look at the last 3 years, the average sale price, again, $391,777 last month, $360,000 a year ago, $359,000 a year before that. So again, pretty level between those 2 years as well. But you can see it's kind of a spike in 2021 and then more of a dip in 2022. And then going back 3 years, $301,360. If you went back 4 years, it would be quite a bit lower. So again, we've just seen a huge boom over the last 3 years or so, and then things have kind of leveled off and stabilized since then. Price per square foot, again, has been pretty stable. $222 per square foot right now. I think we got up to $230 here, but we've kind of stayed pretty level here throughout 2023. And again, big boom for 3 years, leveled off a bit in 2022, and again, has stayed pretty consistent throughout 2023. Taking a quick look at new listings, we had 230 new listings in November of 2023, again, quite low. So after years of a lot of activity, probably double the transactions that we've seen this year, we've seen activity significantly drop off in 2023. We've had half the closings and half the new listings. You know what I mean? That just kind of tends to be how it happens. If you don't have the inventory, you're not going to have the sales. So inventory was at a huge, it's just an all-time low here in about December of 2022. We saw it rebound through the first half of 2023, and it's slowly been dipping again. Again, this is new inventory. So we saw new inventory at an all-time low in December of 2022, and we've kind of seen it slowly rebound since then, going into about the middle of 2023, but it's been slowly declining since then. So, we really, really need new inventory on the market to keep things moving. We've still got buyer activity. Rates have stabilized. We just don't have the sellers right now to support the buyer activity that's out there. 230 new listings this year. 252 the previous November, 315 the November before that, 2021, and 319 in November of 2020. So you can see how it's just steadily declined since then. Homes for sale, kind of the same story, right? In 2020, when the pandemic hit, we had almost 900 homes for sale in Tulare County. It just absolutely free fell over that year as people bought up all the housing, and we've really struggled to maintain any kind of inventory since then. Your typical seller's market is anything under 5 months of inventory. 5-6 months is an average market, and then anything over 6 months of inventory is typically considered a buyer's market. As you can see right now, we're at about 529 homes, and pretty soon we're going to take a look at the stat to tell you how many months of inventory that is based on the buyer activity in our market right now. Pending sales, 190. As I mentioned, really, really low. This entire year has been pretty low compared to the previous few years, and real estate agents are feeling it. A lot of people are feeling the pain. A lot of people are going back to full-time jobs. The real estate agents at the top are still doing fine. You know what I mean? If you've had steady clientele over this time, you're pretty much able to maintain yourself now. You know what I mean? But people are trying to start up during this time, or start up even here. In the business, it's not a great time, and it's been really, really tough for people to gain traction. Take a look at the last 3 years, 190 in November of this year, 187 last year. So again, things were already really low at the end of 2022 as well. 300 pending sales the previous year and 297 in 2020. Take a look at closed sales, 180 in 2023. We had 202 the year before, 326 and 342 during those higher activity years. So it's the same conversation as pending sales. Just overall activity has been much lower. We've seen things bounce around throughout 2023, but typically going into the holidays, it tends to fall off. And activity has followed those trends definitely this year as well. So the median days on market right now is 13. You can see that again, we saw things start to spike up at the end of 2022, beginning of 2023. This is when rates were really rising fast and it pushed people out of the market. But heading into about the middle of 2023, buyer activity spiked up again, and we don't have the inventory to support the activity that we've got. So here's the stat we mentioned earlier, months of inventory. 2.3 months of inventory right now in November. Definitely in the seller's market range. You know, we're not necessarily seeing prices spike, but if you list your house at a reasonable price, you're going to sell it quickly and you're probably going to have multiple offers. So in summary, average sale price has bounced up and down between $375,000 and $410,000 since April after 3 years of steady increases. Price per square foot is pulled back to $222 per square foot in November, well below the previously recorded all-time high of $230 per square foot in June. So we've just seen it free fall since the summer, but those are previous all-time highs and we're really not down too far from there. New listings remain significantly lower this year than in previous years, with only 230 new properties hitting the market in November. Inventory, or new inventory especially, is our biggest issue. Pending and closed sales dropped in November. Buyer activity has been lower than previous years, and the holidays are always a slow time, so this isn't a surprise. But again, even with reduced buyer activity, we don't have the inventory to support them. Homes for sale are slowly rising, but fell back to 2.3 months of inventory in November. The biggest concern in the real estate market is, one more time, say it with me, low inventory. If you're a seller, you've been on the fence, it's going to be a great time to sell in 2024. Probably. It seems to be. So if you're a seller and you're on the fence and you're looking into 2024 thinking, is it going to be a good time to sell? Home prices are going to be there for you. The strength of the market's going to be there. As long as rates keep trickling down or stay consistent, you're going to have buyer activity. So I think it's going to be a great year in 2024, and I think we're going to see a rebound in activity. Maybe not back up to pandemic levels, but definitely a rebound from what we saw in 2023. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next month as we review December's market data. Take care.
Marketing always matters and we do it well. And everything is guaranteed, service over sales. Keep 100+ clients always satisfied. I got the proof, my testimonies, all my affidavits. Having a little trouble, ask David, huh? When they never get it done, ask David, huh? They gon' wanna give a hand, ask David, huh? Need someone to set the day, ask David, huh? David, huh? David, huh? When they all falling short, pass me the baton.